Thank you. Well, good morning, GAiN Baptist Church. It is so wonderful to be here today. We at GAiN so deeply appreciate your partnership in helping reach hurting and needy people in Benin through the gift of clean water. Today, I'd love to share with you our Water for Life initiative, and I'll start by showing you a short clip through the footage that was recorded in various villages, really similar to the ones that you'll be supporting through your generous donation as well and impacting. So let's take a look.
Water. We don't have to think twice about where to get our water or how it will affect the course of our lives. Yet villagers throughout Africa obsess over it. When you don't have a dependable source of safe water, you think about it all day because it means everything to your livelihood and to the survival of your family. For millions, water is life. Could you say the same? Every 90 seconds, a child dies from a water-related disease. It used to be 20 seconds. Some advances have been made, but the statistic is still heartbreaking and we cannot accept it. God is grieved every time one of his children suffer. He weeps over it. They're not just stats to him. Every person matters. At Global Aid Network, our desire is to provide safe water to remote villages that are in dire need of it. But it's more than just that. We want to provide life-giving water that initiates lasting transformation in communities. That is why we provide access to clean and safe water, teaching and promoting hygiene and sanitation practices, gender sensitivity, maternal health, disease prevention, and basic nutrition for mothers, pregnant women, newborns, and children. Health clinic workers, who often unknowingly use harmful traditional practices to treat women and children, are trained in proper delivery practice. Women and children are no longer burdened with finding water. Women can pursue their passions and projects that improve their community and the lives of their families. Children can focus their energy on their schooling and pursuit of future ambitions. Villagers are trained to actively manage and regulate well maintenance and operations, ensuring sustained water access. Communities are further developed. Schools and clinics are built, farms get higher yields, local businesses created, local economy grows, and local individuals are employed. Fear is cast out and lives restored as villagers discover the living water. Church leaders are equipped, simple church buildings are constructed, and new churches are planted. The presence and credibility of the local church is elevated within their villages. We don't want to do this alone. We partner with like-minded organizations that we can make a bigger impact than we can on our own. Villagers in Africa are no different than us here. They still share the same desires we do, that a tomorrow will be better than today. They too long for a life that is positively impacted in every area. The difference is that we have the luxury of acting on it. For them, it's only a dream. The King will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." At the end of the day, we exist to demonstrate the love of God in word and deed to hurting and needy people. We want them to also experience the kingdom of God, and that is why we do what we do. Providing water is to provide health and security, dignity and freedom, hope. Providing water is to provide life. Together, we provide much more than drinking water, and it all starts with one well.
As we've seen, having access to safe water is literally transforming villages throughout countries in Africa. And it's really breaking the cycle of suffering, sickness and death that contaminated water has brought on for so many generations. Your target donation during May Mission Month of $50,000 will provide 5 deep-capped water wells in different villages and different communities, which will immediately change the lives of 5,000 people. First, let's look at the current reality in our world. Poverty, a lack of clean water, and spiritual darkness are daily realities for millions of people living throughout Africa. And 663 million people still do not have access to clean drinking water, a basic need. But it doesn't have to be this way. Often, just 80 metres below their feet are aquifers of pure, clean, disease-free water. And by simply providing one water well, we can transform these communities for a lifetime. Through the Water for Life project, operating in Africa over the last 15 years, GAiN Worldwide has seen 1.4 million people change through providing clean water. GAiN Australia, we've joined this project a year ago, wanting Aussie donors to have the opportunity to be part of this great success and this great impact that it's having as well. And these are the people that make it happen. They're our GAiN provides employment through the drilling teams on the ground. Wells provided by your church, they will go to Benin. They'll be built in communities in Benin. It's a country that's really struggling through the world water crisis and also is a spiritually dark place as the birthplace of voodoo. But through all this, God is at work. And these well projects have had an eternal impact with over 75,000 people coming to make decisions to follow Christ. A well project, it leads to access to a village that would otherwise be close to the gospel, allowing people to hear of Jesus, the living water. Believers from nearby churches are trained by GAiN and then follow up with our new brothers and sisters to help them grow spiritually. Let me share with you a story of a village that has been impacted by this project. When the GAiN team first arrived in Matawashwa village in Benin, there was a lineup of more than 100 buckets at the well. This water well had been pumping from 6 a.m. till midnight every single day since it was installed. It was impacting not one village, not 2 or 3, but 4 surrounding villages were coming to use this well. In the dry season, before the well was installed, women were walking up to 5 kilometres every day, searching all day simply to find 1 bucket of water. The village chief told our team, "We had been suffering for 7 years. We never thought we would get a well. I believe it was God who moved the donor to provide the gift. This well is truly a miracle." Not only did the well help meet the physical suffering of the people, but it has opened the door to bring spiritual healing to the village also. The Jesus film was shown in this village to more than 500 people, and as a result, a church was planted in the village also. So how much does it cost to make one of these projects run? Well, $10,000 provides one well project, as you've probably worked out by now. This one project, it provides 1,000 people with water. So for less than $10, one person can be provided with clean water for up to 25 years. And here we have a breakdown of the costs. So $10,000, it includes the drilling of the well, the community development projects like health and sanitation training, gender sensitivity training, maternal health, and the training of the borehole committee as well. Also the church planting strategy, so it includes screening the Jesus film and then training local pastors and local people to follow up with the new believers. So all wages that are paid from the project are those of local Beninese people only. Each GAiN staff member in our offices is supported by a group of people here at home, so it allows for more of GAiN's donations to reach our projects. Lastly, church, work like this would not be possible without your compassionate and caring support for others. Together, we're able to respond and demonstrate the love of God to those that are suffering in word and deed. So thank you so much for your partnership. God bless you.